How you like that? Kindly state your name.
It's Thom and Jeff.
Well, I think these guys are pretty darn dope. Dope.
Check for the sound.
What?
Notice they're high, so this will be a good show.
Yeah.
Welcome to podcast number 24 on mythomandjeff.com, transmitting from the Mecca known as Trailer Studios inside Studio Nico, Forestell, Missouri, about 60 clicks west of St. Louis, Missouri, where the grass is green, the trees are large, and the women taste like beef jerky.
What?
Thank you for taking the time to listen, and we ask that you spread the word of this transmission at mythomandjeff.com.
I like
Very
that
nice.
one. That's not the one so far.
Hold on to that one, Tom. That's a good one.
And the award goes to...
I say the women taste like elk. Maybe you should put that in there.
Actually, that was it. It was between elk or beef jerky.
Elk jerky.
Elk jerky.
We are going to bring back a fan favorite, and we're going to do it probably at the end of the show. We're going to go clubbing today,
It's going to be fun.
which should be very, very interesting now that there's no FCC regulations on clubbing.
And we haven't been there in a while either.
Yeah, I hear they really beefed up the place.
Yeah, they got some new curtains. It's a whole thing over there.
Who knew? Well, we know why they had to get new curtains. If
Yeah.
you remember that. Who knew coming up? Also, everybody, I think everybody in here except for Coach and I are smokers.
Yes.
And there's a, I guess, some sort of legislation, or somebody has the idea, I don't think it's that far yet, to pay people on Medicaid to quit smoking. So kind of, yeah, I thought maybe we'd throw that around the room and see if people might.
I'm going to become a smoker.
There you go. Yeah, I smoke. 72-year-old and a 50-something-year-old get busted having sex in a car.
In a Buick.
In a Buick. Well, if you heard Steve Jobs still dead, we'll talk about that.
Is he in eye heaven?
I think he's in eye heaven. Yeah, that's good.
As opposed to ear heaven.
Sports with Coach. Cards still have a life, which is good, right?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Celebrity
Big game
wrap
tomorrow
up,
night.
and even bigger game in my mind. Anyway, Saturday night, the Blues kick off their season, and we're going to be at Bobby's place. Coach is going to be there. Care the Lesbian's going to be there. Scotty Boom Boom will be there. Richie the Tax Man's going to be there. Is that right?
Richie the tax man.
I'm not a tax man yet.
Yet. Richie,
I'm
almost the
I'm
tax
still
man.
learning.
Will you be a tax man by April 15th?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Keep your fingers crossed.
I guess I'll have to pass the class.
Yeah, you'll have
figure
the
that
knowledge.
one out.
You should be anyway, right? I also found out that Chelsea the intern is going to be there on Saturday night as well, which is
That's hotness right there.
that is very much hotness right there. So I can't wait for you guys to meet Chelsea the intern. So Bobby's place Saturday night, we're going to do the show live up on their stage, starting at about 6:00. Get done before game time. So if you're looking for a place to go to watch the game on Saturday night, and you're a fan of the program, well, you go to Bobby's place in Valley Park, 141 in Manchester, or 141 in Marshall Road, and you get both things. You get a free podcast with us. We'll get you in on the show as well, and then at 7:00 Blues hockey, which is really great, and they have great happy hour specials. They have fantastic food there as well. And if you're familiar with the Valley Park area and you're going, well, where the hell is that? It's the old Shooters 141 and Marshall Road. Again, we'll be there from 6 until 7 doing the show on stage. And then Blues hockey starts off at 7:00. Bobby Plager himself will probably not be there. Well, I know he won't be there till after the game, because home games he's down.
He's got to go watch his Blues.
Well, he does the radio. He does part of the radio
He's on the
broadcast.
ice.
He does the in between periods thing.
He's on the ice?
Let's ask.
Sideline, isn't he?
Yeah, he goes into the locker room in between periods and listens, and then does a report for Chris Kerber and everybody, and Kelly Chase. Quick question for Coach. Ready? Bobby Plager in the Hall of Fame or not?
No.
Very good.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
No.
Story behind that is we had him in the studio 2-3 times, and one time when he was in there, and I think it was the last time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tom live during the interview kept calling him Hall of Famer Bob Plager. Hall of Famer Bob
And he
Plager.
just sat there and smiled the whole time, never said anything.
Too nice of a guy to go, hey, dummy.
Hey, jackass.
Yeah.
He's not? Well, he should be.
Yeah. Well, I think he should be.
He's in the Tom West Hall of Fame.
That's right.
Yeah, right.
Which is all guys, by the way.
It is.
He invented the hip check.
Blow it out your ass.
Most hockey players are, though.
Want to say hello to everybody at Flores and Valleys?
Flow Valley.
Flow Valley's radio station. What is it? 89.5.
89.5.
The Wave.
The Wave.
The Wave, yeah. They had us on there.
Everybody wave.
Last night.
Hey, how y'all doing?
And I listened to the station all the way up until about Page Avenue, and then it disappeared.
That's a blowtorch there, that 100 watts.
Yeah, 270 and Page, and it was gone. So, but they had us in last night for a couple of hours and talked to us about what happened over at the radio station, and said they were big fans of the podcast. And they were not Rob and Chris, right? I think is what it was. Rob and Chris.
Chris was, I forgot the kid's name.
Chris is the guy with the beard, and Rob was the other guy.
Okay.
It probably still is the other guy. No, hey, that's all right. So we had a good time. They took a couple of pictures, and one of them is up on my Facebook page if you want to check it out. We're just kind of sitting there BSing with them. It's not while we were on the radio. We had to sing last night.
Yeah.
Because we lost some trivia contest thing.
Did Thom perform Adam Lambert?
No. What was it? I got you, babe.
I got to get in there and do that.
Yeah. We did I Got You, Babe, because we lost on a trivia question, and I'll see. This is a room full of music fans. Def Leppard's drummer has lost his arm, obviously, right?
Yeah, quite a while ago.
Yeah, a while ago.
Several
What
years
year?
back.
Yeah, but what year was it? That was our trivia question.
83.
1980. Was it 83? Was it that long ago?
Anybody? Is that your final answer?
84.
84.
84
Damn
is
it,
it.
anyway.
He
Well
got
done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That's
also-
Scotty Boom Boom.
That
over
also
there.
signaled the end of his juggling career.
I used to pleasure myself with that hand.
Now what am I going to do?
The only reason I remember that is there was a biography movie made about Def Leppard. I can't remember the name of it, and like VH1 used to play it.
Oh, right on.
And they'd like say the date or the year, like as their progression, kind of.
It was a car wreck, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's amazing that he's still a drummer. He's the best one-armed drummer out there, I think. Don't you think?
I think he's the only one, but it's not like playing the big kick drum. Kind
Kind of like Jay Boozer.
All right, so sports coming up, celebrity wrap-up coming up, which I don't have. I left a couple, 2-3 things on my printer, so you're going to take the celebrity wrap-up. I hope that's all right.
On with me.
Let's do a couple emails real quick.
Okay. Listen up, mail call.
Well, let's read some emails, shall we?
I've got mail.
Mail call. Gather around, everyone.
You got mail, maggot.
Mail call, sir. Oh, the mail's in.
I got mail. Yay!
Dale writes us quite the love letter. He says, "You're late. You're really fucking up my drive home." Just joking. You guys are great. Keep it up. I guess he was looking for the podcast for his ride home, and it wasn't there yet or something. I don't know.
We tried to post him. We tried to post him as soon as possible.
Yeah.
There were some
Technical
problems,
difficulties.
here in the Forestell area.
This is from, let's say who signed this, but hey guys, love the podcast, long-time listener, first-time writer. I live in Columbia, South Carolina. No, wait, Columbia, Illinois. Columbia, Missouri. I don't know which one. It just says Columbia. So when I did not hear you on live webcast, I was shocked. I don't know what that means.
Us too.
I tried to find out. I tried to find out from Danny, but he wouldn't say. Who the hell is Danny?
Who's Danny?
I don't know, but he wouldn't say. Hearing you guys again without the FCC regulations is great. It's like a few guys just shooting the shit.
That's all we do.
That's what we're trying to. I just have a couple of things. First, I think if you have people donate, you don't have to claim it on taxes. So she's saying put a donate button on the website, and if people click on that and give us money, we don't have to claim it on our taxes.
It's the Thom and Jeff Charity Fund,
Right.
going directly to Thom and Jeff and crew.
Are we going to have to do like one of those big pledge drives?
I think so.
Once like PBS does?
We're going to put you in a wheelchair and roll you out in front of us.
So far, we've collected 47 cents.
For the blind guy in the wheelchair in front of the Walmart.
This guy's paralyzed and he doesn't even know it because he's blind. Please send money.
I think we should put Thom in jail and just till we get him out or
That'd be
something like
fine.
that.
Well, just wait a few weeks. It'll happen anyway.
Thom seems like the
But then
kind
we
of
got
guy.
to use it for bail.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You want to do fake jail.
He
Okay,
seems
gotcha.
like the kind of guy that would enjoy prison. I don't know.
Man, it is absolutely
It is.
amazing.
It is
I go out
harsh
of
in
my
here.
way to do this.
It's harsh in
Please
here.
send your donations. I'm getting sick of this shit.
Sending money, but I don't want to leave.
Second, Tom, tell Mitch, a.k.a. Jeff, to stop pounding your Brown Star. Just kidding, Jeff. Love you guys. Keep up the good work. And I don't know what the name is on that, but thank you very much.
It's all said in good fun because people really don't like me.
Right. If you got this show, if you got this on iTunes, we have a website, mytomandjeff.com. Tom's always with an H. If you go there, there's an email tab. Also, all the particulars about Saturday night at Bobby's. By the way, you have today and tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, to walk into Bobby's, mention the Tom and Jeff Show, and get free booze.
Free draft.
Nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nope.
Yeah.
All right, celebrity wrap-up time. We'll do sports in a second.
Quit surfing TMZ on the clock, douchebag. It's Celebrity Wrap-Up with Tom and Jeff.
This makes absolutely no sense to me that Universal Pictures has announced that it'll offer the upcoming movie called Tower Heist with Ben Stiller and Eddie Murphy on pay-per-view just 3 weeks after its release. It'll cost you $59.99.
Whoa.
As part of their rapid release formula.
So you could go see it at the movie theater for $12.
Or you could pay $60 just 3 weeks
Sit
after it
on your-
opens.
sit on
Actually,
your
I think
couch.
it's $58.99 at the theater.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, I mean,
with
you're gonna
popcorn
blow it.
and everything.
Yeah, you pay that much anyway.
Yeah.
That brings up something. Who sneaks food into movies?
I do.
I mean, why not?
I
My
will
God.
from now on.
There's no sign, is there?
Here's the thing, though. You can't bring odoriferous food into the theater.
Right, yeah,
and
bratwurst.
don't bring a sack of castles in there.
No.
No. I mean, come
How
on.
about a crave case?
No,
hey,
absolutely.
Hey, how you doing? Here's my ticket, asshole. See you later.
I want to go see Schindler's List with a crave case.
Why not? Why not? No pickles, extra cheese.
I mean, you don't get pickles?
No.
What's wrong with you?
I don't like pickles. Is that okay?
He
Not
likes
what
to,
I
he
heard.
just likes
No.
to sniff the
Right.
pickle.
Yeah. That's me. When they're sliced up, I have no use for them. You know what I'm saying?
And
Go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say, when was the last time you ever even went to? I mean, I'm not a movie guy, so maybe that's different. But I can't even. The last movie I went to was a kids movie, and it's been probably 3 years.
True Grit, I think.
Oh, let's take that back. I went and saw Secretariat when it came out. What, a year ago? Something
You're
like
a
that.
fucking homo.
That's a movie about the greatest horse.
It's about the homies. What's wrong
Not
with that?
secretary.
Do my secretary.
I'm just kidding. That's a good movie.
It actually
last
was a good
time,
movie.
Yeah, I saw The Blind Side.
Also, real quick,
And that's
just
true.
went right over
the,
me
The
right
last movie I went and saw in the theater was The Blind Side.
That is really funny.
one more time.
There you go.
We'll edit that in
Bullshit.
post. Don't worry about
Thanks. Appreciate that.
Lara Spencer, do you know who that is?
it. No, I don't.
Well, she is on ABC's Good Morning America right now, but back in the day, she used to be on Antiques Roadshow. She was the host, and that's where I know her from.
Here's 2 reasons why I don't know who she is.
Well, and that shows you how sad I really am.
Right.
But I was and then, oh no, she went from Roadshow to like Inside Edition, one of those entertainment shows, to now where she's at Good Morning America, and they did a close up of her feet.
Oh no.
Damn.
Good or bad?
Oh, there's top notch.
Is it spelled Lara?
Lara Spencer. That's just something for you to do if you want to waste 5 minutes of your day.
Can I look her up real fast?
Yeah, she's all right. I mean, she used to be a lot prettier or better looking when she was younger.
Ooh. I put it Laura S. and the 4th thing down is Lara Spencer divorce. So her toes are currently available, Tom.
She's good to go.
Yeah.
And also, Nancy Grace, I don't know what she's doing on that Dancing with the Stars, if she survived or if she
She did survive.
Oh, she did survive.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, she did survive, but somebody that like a really good looking female that's on there, not Hope Solo, but got knocked out.
No kid.
Yeah, because I saw some headline today.
Kristen
saying,
Cavallari?
Yeah, she's gone. So, but it was somebody else too. Yeah, this Laura Spencer, blonde.
Yeah, she's good looking.
She is good looking. Should I type in feet?
You can go to celebfeet.com.
Can I get your username and password for that?
Or WikiFeet you can go to as well. If you're
God, that
interested.
is bad. So when Antiques Roadshow is over, you go to your computer.
Well, she doesn't do it anymore. She used to. That's where I knew her from.
Wow, there's pictures of her feet. That is really sad. Oh, that's really sad. Okay, I'm going to bookmark that.
What's
All right,
worse, them setting up that website or me looking at it?
Are you looking
I
at
don't know
it? Yeah.
which is worse.
I hope it's not a pay site, is it?
No.
It's not a pay site. I guess we'll talk about this in sports, so let's open the sports thing first, but speaking of Hope Solo.
Oh.
It's time for the bench warming 2-minute drill from the bleachers on the back 9 extra innings. Touchdown. Sports.
Before we get to the Cardinals, Hope Solo's, remember I was talking about how she's in the new ESPN, the magazine, the body issue, and she's naked. I saw the pictures. There's like 5 or 6 of them. I saw them on the computer today. She's got the cover. She's completely naked, and she's doing like a kicking motion. And, of course, everything is all covered up. But she's completely
with balls.
naked. No, there's no balls, believe it or not.
But you can see her feet.
Yes, you can see. You're right. Yeah. There's a couple of them that are very strange, but she's completely naked, but covering up her boobs and her crotch, and I'd still hit it.
Tom's balls were on her feet on the magazine. Ugh.
I mean, she came in the studio a couple of times, and she's tall, got a great body,
sweet as can be.
Yeah, it's really, really super. My little brother had little problems with her when she was with the Athletica, because they played over at his field. He's the coach over at SIUE, and they got a brand new AstroTurf field, I think it was, and there was a sign that said everybody has to stay off of it for X amount of time or whatever. And she had her dog running around, and she was running around on the field, and everybody was too scared to go tell her, "Hey, excuse me, Hope Solo, can
you're
you
not supposed to be here.
Get off of there. Thank you very much." But she's naked.
They didn't
in the
screw
new,
up the field or anything.
No, he just said she's a little bit of a diva. So, but she's the greatest female soccer goalie in the world, so now's her time to be a diva, I guess, right?
Well, I mean, she knows what she has going for her.
Right. So, Card's got a life still over there, Coach. What do you think?
They're still alive. How about that?
That was after 2-0 in the first inning. I thought about changing the channel.
Well, it was that strike them out, throw them out double play.
Right.
That really set, because Jackson was getting hit hard.
Yeah.
Those first 3 batters, Rollins, Utley, and Pence, really ripped the ball off of them. But, we came from behind, played well. Tony played the matchup game.
Yeah.
In the late innings, maybe went to the bullpen a little too much. But nonetheless, they got the victory, and now they got to beat the best pitcher in baseball tomorrow night.
And you know what? I have to tell you this because obviously you couldn't see it, but that throw them out, or that strike them out, throw them out, that was so close. It could have gone.
Oh, really?
So easily. You talk about the one where Pence got thrown out at second, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That could have gone either way, and if they had to do it over again, they would have called him safe. I'm thinking. Ooh. So that
it was real close at second.
It was like a tie, and a tie goes to the runner.
Usually goes to the runner.
So that and Pence didn't really.
My favorite was the outfielder that missed the fly ball, and he went to throw it, and he fell back on his ass and
threw it behind himself.
Yeah. Me and my dad were sitting on the couch just laughing our asses off. I'm like, what the fuck did that guy just do?
That guy did not commit an error all season long.
Yeah, that's what they said. It was his first error.
Unbelievable.
And how about D. Freeze, huh?
Oh,
David
so
Freeze,
awesome.
the local kid.
Yeah.
4 RBIs and a home run.
Pretty sweet.
And they really ought to consider taking that squirrel with them back to Philadelphia.
Yeah, no doubt.
Threw Skip Schumacher for a loop.
That squirrel's got something like 4,600 Twitter followers?
Yeah.
It was 7,000 this morning.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Wow.
Somebody's from the team's got to be tweeting it.
Oh, I would imagine. Yeah, absolutely.
Along with the turtle.
So what happens tomorrow night? What happens, Coach? Give us your prediction.
Well, you want my head or my heart?
I want.
I don't want either from you.
Do you want my head?
Kind of just threw up in my mouth a little bit, actually.
I wanted to see if you'd answer that question.
How about with your head?
Well,
well. You don't want to say it, do you?
I don't.
Okay, so
are you really going to pick the Phillies?
If you look at it on paper, the Phillies win tomorrow night. On paper. Come on, it's Roy Halladay, for God's sake.
And they're at home.
I mean, he is, in my opinion, the best pitcher in all of baseball.
What I'm worried about is how bad Ryan Howard is batting right now. Mm-hmm. He is going to unload tomorrow night.
That's just it.
What I'm scared of.
You're waiting for him to hit another home run. Listen, Chris Carpenter's going to have to be good. I think he will be good, and if he keeps us alive, we get into the 8th, 9th inning. The best case scenario, I think, for the Cardinals is maybe you've got a 2-1 lead, 7th inning, and they got a pinch hit for Roy Halladay because they're behind.
Right.
But my head says Philadelphia. My heart is bleeding Cardinal red.
How great would it be if it came down to Lidge against Albert Pujols again? Oh, how great would that be?
And Albert
Speaking
Pujols,
of which,
one.
Yeah.
Did Albert Pujols play his last game as a Cardinal at home last night?
Time will tell. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I think when it's all said and done, he's back. I don't see how they can.
Just as long as that number is somewhat competitive with the
Everybody
number
else's,
everyone is
yeah.
talking about, I think he'll stay.
I think he's back. I don't believe for 1 second that this is his last game at home.
I think that if they offer him, let's just, for argument's sake, $190 million, and somebody else offers him,
They're not going to lowball him like that.
205. I know. I'm just saying.
Okay.
But instead of saying numbers, why don't I just say if there's $10 million difference,
He'll stay.
I
That's
think
so
he'll stay.
bad.
He'll
They
stay.
offer him 190. Don't lowball him.
You're screwing his ass. What's the deal?
Like, are you shitting me?
You're Joe Bucking him there.
Then you know what? And I'm not a basketball fan at all. And if they cancel the basketball season, I could give a rat's ass. But I thought it was funny on ESPN where they had some of the player representatives, the people who actually still play, that represent their teams when it comes to negotiations, pulling up to the meetings. Not a single one of them drove their own goddamn car. You know what I mean? They all came in limos and car service and all this other crap, yet they're holding out for money. Are you kidding me? If I was a fan of the NBA, I'd be so pissed off right now.
And there, a lot of them are going over to Europe and playing.
Right.
Making a few $1 million this year to play
On the
over
side.
there.
Just on the side.
Just on the side, yeah.
On the side. I mean, these
Can't
guys
believe they lowballed him like that.
these guys are,
How would you like to be in a place in life where you turn down $190 million? No, thank
I
you.
would never be
No,
in
I'm
that.
good.
I don't. No, thank you.
I don't
am,
want that. I know I can
good.
get more.
Gonna have to say no.
How am I supposed to scratch by on that? I just don't. I don't understand it at all.
At a certain point, do you have to think, all right, maybe he likes being in St. Louis, whether it's
I think he does.
I mean, even like living here, his family being here and everything else, where you just kind of say, it's only 60 million more. I want to be here.
It's all about the
what's
respect.
the difference?
It's the respect. I mean,
He's
it's not about-
respected.
it's not about, well, they will show that in the offer that they make with him. Or how respected
He's
they think.
constantly said that he wants to play on a team that has a chance to win every year, and I think the team is set up to have a chance to win every year.
Yes.
But he may be the reason why they don't win, because if he takes too much money, then you can't sign other people.
And there's your problem.
That's
there's
why
where you
he's-
run into, because you're already paying Holiday. You're going to have to pay Wainwright more at some point. Yadier Molina's going to eventually get a healthy contract. Yeah, where does all the money come from?
Yeah, it's
Cardinal Nation?
It's tough that he talks out both sides of his face, because on one side he's saying, I want to be on a team that's competitive, and on the other side he takes so much money, he's the one keeping that team back from being competitive if
Right.
he's still here.
Unless that team is the Yankees or the Red Sox.
Right, yeah,
Or, that can afford to just throw the money at him and not worry about it.
Or you're going to be paying $80 for nachos and cold cheese.
That's probably where it's all going to come back and get you.
Nothing
Those
pisses
ticket
me
prices.
off more than going out, because I love those nachos.
Oh, yeah.
But the cold cheese, come on,
Yeah.
if you're going to charge me an arm and a leg for it, give me some hot cheese.
And why
will
is
ya?
that cheese always cold? Every time
Because
you
they make
order-
it ahead of time, I guess.
No,
I don't know.
it's going to it ruined it for me for about, I don't know, a few times. Last few times I've gone, but I actually saw them opening up the big jar
The big
of that
jar,
old
yeah.
El Paso that they use.
Yeah.
And the orange on that cheese is not a normal color.
Oh,
It's a bit nuclear.
It's just a bit. You just got to look at it and go, ew, I think I'm going to go with the hot dog thing. If you want to get laid, according to this article, there
well,
are
first of all, let's see if
Yes.
there's any interest in the buildings.
Yes.
Anybody here want to get laid?
Yes.
Yeah.
there
big
are
yes.
6 things you can say to a woman that, again, according to this, that will get you in between her legs. Number 1,
I'm going to try one a day.
I screwed up and I want to hear your thoughts. I don't see how the hell that works.
I'm not even going there.
Did you know you have a heart-shaped freckle on the back of your thigh? This guy's thinking is that after a while the sex becomes a bit monotonous. So if you start from her toes or start from her head and work your way all the way down and notice something quirky about her body or something that makes her, other than that big red herpy on her clit.
Right, yeah. It's just different than saying you
Oh, I
have.
really love your herpy. Let's fuck.
So you don't say the cottage cheese comment then, right?
No. You must be exhausted. Let's take a hot shower and I'll scrub your back.
Right.
That's a reason to get her in the shower,
right.
I guess.
And then bend her over and drive it home.
Organizing a team of volunteers for Summit for Someone, meaning that if you show her that you're a charitable and you want to do something nice for people, that she'll give her snatch up. I want to accomplish a few key things in the next 5 years. Shows that you have
One of them is anal with you.
some sort of plan or future
The
for
next
her.
5 years, I want to be in your shit sleeve.
And I'm taking the day off tomorrow to chaperone my niece's field trip. See, you're involved in family. You care about
nice.
kids
So
and
lame.
everything like,
Some of
and
the
everything
dumbest
like
shit
that.
I've heard.
Or you could use my favorite, let's fuck.
Right. I get 6
What high
out of-
school did you go to? You want to fuck?
You want to fuck?
You want to? And they didn't mention, which I was kind of upset, the old naked in the bed trick.
Yeah, what's that?
All right, so it's your first date, and you just so happen to end up at her place at the end of the evening when she excuses herself, whether it be to get a glass of wine or to go to the bathroom. You take off all your clothes and you run in her bed and get underneath the covers. One of two things is going to happen. She's going to tell you to get the hell out of there,
right,
or she's going to get naked with you.
Good point.
One
Yeah.
of the two.
That actually happened on an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Really? I didn't know that. I don't watch the show.
He didn't go into the bed. He just took all of his clothes off and sat back on the couch.
Is that how he met his mother?
I got 6 ways that I wrote down to get a girl in bed. Beer.
Beer?
Yeah.
Beer's good.
Jaeger bombs.
All at the same time? One in a row?
Yeah,
Is this in order?
This is if the first one doesn't, if one doesn't work, try the other one.
Okay.
Third one is tequila, roofies, weed, and shrooms. See what I'm saying? When was the last time anybody in the room did shrooms?
I couldn't tell you.
Years.
Never?
Never.
Oh, my goodness.
Last time I did that, I was probably 19 or 20 years old.
About 20 minutes ago.
And I wound
Right
up waking
before
up in
the
my
show.
front yard.
And it was one of those things where someone said, I think you took too much.
I hope
then-
you don't have plans for like an hour.
And then everything went wrong from there. No, thank you.
The last time I did it was a billion years ago, but Depeche Mode was playing at the Verizon Wireless Amphitheater. Wow. And oh my God, I saw Kurt Cobain on stage. This was after he was dead. And to watch people dance to that sort of music, Depeche Mode kind of music, when you're shrooming, is hilarious. I mean, you laugh
I don't know how
your
you could,
ass off.
It was just a nauseating experience for me.
So you didn't
so much
dig
so
it.
that I would never do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I liked it, and I was driving that night, and it was myself and the girl I was with at the time and another couple, and I completely sobered up before I got behind the wheel, because as soon as I was like, okay, concert's over, walking to the car, I sobered up. It was gone. It was almost like I could make it go away. Either that or it was just really good timing. I don't really know, because I remember the blowjob on the way home was awesome. Still can't believe I did that, but
and his name was Jacob,
you knew
right?
that was coming, didn't you? His name was Jacob.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of Depeche Mode.
We went and bought the discography. Dave Gahan is so hot.
Scotty Boom Boom, tell us about this video that you found that we're going to play.
I got an email from one of the guys in Cabo, actually, and it's a black gentleman ranting about the government. And it's pretty fucking hilarious.
It's good. This is a special Tom and Jeff correspondent.
You want to listen?
CeeLo Green. I don't know. We don't know who this is.
This is our political correspondent.
All right, here we go.
This is to the government, the United States government. Yo, $14.6 trillion, B. All my credit cards would have been cut off a long time before that. All I'm asking y'all to do is balance a fucking budget, B. That's all y'all got to do. Son, we voted for y'all because we were worried about gay rights, marijuana getting legalized, all of these other things that we were concerned about. How can we get roads, more money for schools? You bastards can't even balance a checkbook? A checkbook, B? This is something every American has to go through every week. We got to figure out what we're going to pay, what we got to put off a little bit. You bastards got the $14.6 trillion before you realize, oh shit, we've reached the debt ceiling. The best and the brightest, Harvard, Yale, Brown, Cornell, this is what we put out. Should have went to Norfolk State. Bastards, you would have got the same education. You would have spent a whole lot less money. Simple fucks. All I'm saying to you is, and this isn't personal. This isn't Democratic or Republican. This is everybody. Stop being a dickhead and balance the fucking budget. My second question, though, my second issue is, how the fuck do you owe China, B? How do you owe China? How can I tell my daughter with a straight face that capitalism is a better system than communism if we're borrowing all of our fucking money from the biggest communist country on the fucking planet? You ass, get your, oh! Stop your life, B. Get your whole shit together. Get all of your shit together. Don't do another press conference. Fuck CNN, MSNBC, Fox News. Don't do any more television appearances until you got my fucking budget balanced. And I'm gonna tell you this. Everybody who has a loan to the federal government, fuck paying it. Don't pay your budget. Don't pay your bills, because they ain't paying theirs. The fuck I gotta pay my bills for if you don't pay your bills? I'm not doing what you don't do. You're the leader. I'm following. You don't pay, I don't pay. How about that, simple motherfuckers? What is your credit score? What's the government's credit score right now? It's got to be a 350. But you motherfuckers going to tell me I can't buy a car if my credit score is at a certain number? Your whole life is a 350, B. Your FICO score, your Experian, fucking TransUnion, all your shit's low, B. Get your shit together. President Obama, personal to you. All the black people was proud. We got a black president. You acting like one right now, B. Pay your fucking bills on time. Stop. I ain't even, it's too fucking hot for me to talk. I'm sweating and shit. Shit got me sweating. You know why? Because y'all ain't paid a fucking light bill on Earth. That's why it's 37 fucking states right now going through a heat wave. Because not only did y'all not pay the fucking Chinese, y'all didn't pay the fucking light bill. You see how fucking hot it is? I'm pissed the fuck. I can't. Ah!
We gotta have him on the air.
You gotta figure out who that is.
We gotta find him.
I can't believe he didn't attach his name to that or anything.
Yeah, that's.
Let's hear from the good senator of Tennessee.
If you would email me that, I'd like to put that on Facebook and link on Twitter and all that stuff so people can watch that too, because that is hilarious.
Some good stuff. This is what the headline says. Police follow DUI suspect by trail of leaking fluids.
A what?
Police follow DUI suspect by trail of leaking fluids.
That'd be a car or personal fluids?
Well, the guy, 37-year-old, his name is Jesse Gaines. He caused a 3-car accident in Louisville, Kentucky. Police said Gaines swerved into oncoming traffic and struck 2 vehicles before hitting a pole. They said they were easily following him by the path of Gaines' car by a trail of leaking fluids.
So it was his car that was leaking the fluids. Or is it?
He told officers he just left a strip club where he consumed 2 large liquor drinks that only cost him $80.
Yeah.
He smelled strongly of booze and was unsteady on his feet, red glassy eyes. But the trail...
Sounds like everybody in this room right now.
And again, why am I getting left out of the party?
What?
If everyone in here is super high and I'm not, why did you leave me out of the party?
We kind of figured after yesterday you might want to sit on the sidelines just for a few minutes.
If it's booze, yeah, I'll sit on the sidelines, but I'll spark one up with anybody.
Spark one up?
Amen.
Hello, 1990. This comment brought to you by 1994. Spark one up. My goodness. Did you see what his blood alcohol level was?
Yeah, it was almost double, wasn't it?
A 0.26.
Whoa.
That's more than
triple.
double. Yeah, that's more than triple. My God.
Unbelievable.
He just decided to go out to the strip club. I'm sure nothing bad is going to happen. Just going to have myself a good time.
Who at the Louisville Star, or wherever the hell this article came from, writes trail of leaking fluids walking out of a strip club?
Okay, yeah, Steve, no more headlines for you.
Hey, we're going to call Officer Lucy out here, and she knows what Jesse smells like.
The headline writer got a message from her boss going, okay, from now on, can you run the headlines past me first before you...
It smells like musky something.
One of the first things that Mr. Gherkin said when he walked in the room today was, hey, you guys are going to talk about Steve Jobs, because he passed away. Mm-hmm. And I know, I understand this is going to sound like a dick comment when I say this, but I understand that the guy was... he meant the world to everybody when it comes to technology and moving forward with our lives and, all this. Kind of like, I don't like the Beatles, but I understand what they did for music. But the amount of people that have Twittered about him, you know what I mean? It's R.I.P. Steve Jobs.
And everyone's trying to wax poetic.
Yeah,
and,
you will be missed.
Oh, wow.
Steve Jobs.
Well, if you think about it, he pretty much invented the technology that allows you to tweet.
I get it.
Those people are just thanking him.
I get it. But when you make it personal, like, I will be shedding a tear today because Steve Jobs is no longer around.
Yeah,
fuck you. No, you're not.
You're going to go on about your day.
I mean, there was probably 1,000 tweets just of people that I follow on Twitter talking about how sad they are because Steve Jobs died. I'm not happy that he died.
I'm pissed. He left us with the iPhone 4 3/4.
Yeah, no doubt. Couldn't you have done a 5 before you checked out? Is there an app to bring this fucker back?
And that's the thing. That's his legacy right there. That's what he went out with.
Right, yeah.
The 4S.
Hey, I bet you they have a Steve Jobs apps with this video shit from him talking.
Oh, probably.
That's hilarious.
And two tweets that jumped out to me. Well, first of all, the one that made me think of talking about this, about how people are tweeting way too much about it, and do you really care? When everybody that you follow has already tweeted about it, and then porn star legend Ginger Lynn.
Oh my! What did she?
She tweeted something like, "R.I.P. Steve Jobs, you will be missed," or "Your family is in my thoughts today." That's what it was. Your family, thought today was who you going to blow on the freaking movie set. You're not thinking about Steve Jobs.
Back in her day, Ginger Lynn.
Yes.
There she is now.
Yes.
Boy, she could throw it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, she was something.
She was something else.
Man.
You should follow her on Twitter because she's got some sort of website where she sells like used porn underwear and stuff like that. I don't know why exactly.
Who the fuck would want to buy that?
That's just gross.
Oh,
Well, the reason why I buy it is, I'm just getting a jump on Christmas. That's the only reason why I'm buying that stuff.
It's better than super glue.
And then the other one that got to me was, I just read it a few minutes ago, but, Steve Jobs died of cancer. Or at least that's what they're saying. And somebody tweeted saying, I don't blame the Republicans or the Democrats. I blame cancer on our jobs loss. So that one was kind of funny. But everybody else going, the world is much less technology advanced today because Steve Jobs is gone. Hey, man, great life. You did awesome things. Take care of yourself.
Good luck.
Send a text when you get there safe.
Say hi to little baby and big hairy Jesus for us.
Exactly.
I just think everybody's really sad because they're afraid that the iPhone 5 is going to suck now.
Right. Yeah, no pressure taking over for that guy, right?
I hope he left behind his notebook.
The playbook.
I think it'd be funny, the guy that takes over for him, his first meeting. Okay, you guys, this is what I think of this. Rotary dial cell phones. What do you guys think? What's old is new again. It's going to be cool. Everybody's dressing like the 60s.
It's the iPhone Retro.
Have you seen
iPhone Retro?
Have you seen the phone that you can buy? That it looks like a house phone, and it's got the curly cord and everything, and then it plugs into your iPhone.
No.
And you could drive down the street. Who was it? There was Lenny Kravitz. There was a picture of Lenny Kravitz walking down the street on one, and he had his iPhone in his pocket, and you could see the curly cord go up to the old kind of headset from and you can actually buy those and use those as phones while you're driving down the street.
And I know you did it, and I did it too.
And Carol's got one.
Well, did you guys see the video of all the stuff that it does? I actually think the Coach, I really think that you could use this phone. It has this new assistant called Siri on it, and you can talk to it, schedule appointments. It talks back to you, tell you if you've double booked something. It reads your text. You can talk to it. It'll text from your talk. Like you could say something on your phone like, "Hey, Scott, bring me over a beer. I'm out." And it would text me at my house and walk one over.
I would say, "Hey, Scotty, got a weed?"
Well, the problem with that is, I have an
touch
Android phone, and it has that same kind of function. You just hit the little button and you talk to it, and it's supposed to text for you. But the problem is that it never comes up with the right word.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's like the
autocorrect thing.
thing.
It's like you don't really know unless you can see that, it's going to be.
Well, doesn't it read it back to you to know what you're doing?
It might. Well, that might. I don't know. This one doesn't.
And really, the only appointment Coach has is going to rookies.
That's pretty much, just going out somewhere to watch the game is about the only. I don't really need an appointment book at all.
Don't forget to remind me about nickel natties. Click.
Monday night. I cannot forget that.
That is the voice over there of super producer Richie.
Yeah,
that is Richie,
the tax man. Super producer.
Super producer
It's
tax man?
actually L. Rich.
L. Rich.
Oh.
Can we write off weed for the show by chance? Or do you know that yet? Have you gotten to the chapter entitled "Weed" yet?
What is the limit?
Yeah, and how much can we
write
off a lid?
We got the weed tax credit going.
The weed tax credit.
I like it.
Richie, as you're meeting with a band for the first time.
Yeah.
And they come in. What have you listened to the band already, or?
Oh, sometimes they send me a crappy demo or what.
And then what are you
what
supposed
they've recorded in their basement. I don't mean crappy as in like the music's
Crappy
you know what I'm
production.
saying? Yeah, it's like they recorded it in their basement.
That's why they're seeing you.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you ever be honest with them and go, guys, don't waste your money?
I'm always honest with
them. Don't waste your money?
Oh, no, I always feel like my job is to make it like the best, representation of what they have. I'm not here to judge your material necessarily. You know what I mean?
You're just there to make it sound better.
Right.
Yeah.
Sound as good as you possibly can, even if it's a crappy song.
Right. Well, how many songs are out there on the radio right now that sonically sound good but are just a hunk of shit?
Right, yeah.
A lot.
Exactly.
Can we, Scotty, can we discuss on the air here, the song that you played for me yesterday. It was pretty amazing to me, anyway, to hear this song. But Shaman's Harvest has recorded a version of Michael Jackson's Dirty Diana.
That's an odd choice.
It's awesome.
I think it's a great choice.
It's really good, and I thought it was amazing. And you guys said I think the drums aren't even on there yet, or it was just a drum track.
Yeah, it was just a drum track, what you heard, but we recorded the real drums last night for it.
And have you put it on there, and how does it sound?
It sounds great.
Oh my God! I mean, it's just so big and it's just so dramatic. It's if you remember the song, it was a pretty dramatic song when Michael Jackson did it. With these guys, especially with his voice, is amazing.
Well, yeah, we kind of kept the verses like kind of around the same style as the MJ version, but then the choruses are just like a huge rock song.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I asked the guys, because they were all here right before I left, I said, how does a band, a big rock and roll band, it has big rock and roll songs, get to the point where they're covering a Michael Jackson song? And they said it was just on in the bus, right? And everybody was rocking to it, and they all kind of at the same time went, hey, it'd be pretty cool to record this song.
Yeah, I think that they're all fans. You know what I mean? So, and he, whether he was pop or rock or whatever, you know what I mean? He was pop, and whether you're pop or rock or whatever, it's he was still he was still an influence. I mean, he was huge. He was Michael Jackson.
I'm trying to pull it off the other computer, and I can't find it.
I think I never was a fan of Michael Jackson, the singing and whatever.
It's on the desktop of the other computer.
But he's the same thing as a Beatle to me. It's amazing what he did for the industry, and he was one hell of a dancer. Like, we can give it to him, give him that, obviously.
But he's dead. Get over it.
Him and Steve Jobs.
Hanging
out. Right.
They're getting it on.
Hey, baby, do what you please. I have the stuff that you want. I am the thing that you need. You look me deep in the eyes, touching me so to start. She says there's no turning back. She trapped me in her heart. Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Dirty Diana. Let me be.
That's pretty damn good, isn't it?
That is something.
Wow,
else.
man.
Dog it.
That makes you want to listen to the whole damn song.
Yeah.
I was the thought that I had in my head yesterday was when I heard just about that much of it. It gave me that feeling of back when I first got into radio. That feeling of excitement that you were playing a song for your listening audience for the first time. I just wanted to grab it and play it on my show, but then I realized I don't have one. That was the only thing holding me back. I don't have one.
It's going to be a good one.
Oh,
That's going to
our
do
show
really well. Oh, that too, of course.
Oh, sure, right. Yeah. For you.
Yeah, but I think it's going to end up. If I don't know, it looks like it's going to end up being more of a pop song, because I know that they played it at this past Point Fest, and I looked out at the crowd, and they were so young. They're like, "Huh?
What is that?
What song?
Why are they covering that
just
Prince song?
Isn't that just ridiculous?
Yeah,
it makes
crazy.
you feel like you're ancient.
Yeah, but you put a song like that even on the radio, people are going to react to it because it's just a great song.
Yeah.
And and the way they're doing it will relate to those kids now, and then they're going to go find and make Michael Jackson a lot more money and find the original and download that.
He can't make any more money.
He's been cut off.
His kids need it.
When you say his kids, you mean his kids or his kids?
Yeah, his capital gains have reached its peak.
Right.
He can't make
Him and the Beatles.
A 71-year-old woman and her clothes-free male companion, who were 54 years old, arrested last month for indecent exposure after a Michigan cop found them trysting in the back seat of a Buick Regal that was rocking gently and had its windows steamed over. When the officer opened the vehicle's rear door and asked the nude couple what they were doing, the guy's response was, "I'm fucking this chick." This chick is 71 years old, and I guess, when you're 54 and you're looking for something at the end of the bar, it's going to have to do.
That's literally what happened, too. They just met each other at a bar down the street. Nearby a bar, they had met for drinks, and then, quote, before moving to the back seat of the Buick, they... Can you imagine? Being
the mess that is involved in that?
Oh, now see.
Goodness. Do you think he just tore her control chop panties off?
Yeah, depends.
Oh, my God. Depends.
Hey,
I just got that. That's good, Scotty Boom Boom.
It just depends.
Oh, Rita, are you lactating? No, that's breast cancer. That's always every time.
Have a little taste of this.
Funny.
The car's windows were covered with heavy condensation. And he was on top of her, and the two were engaged in sexual activities. Parked in a spot nearby the bar before, like you said, moving in the back seat. When it was all said and done, of course, both of them were legally drunk, more than twice the state limit. And he decided to just pull his underpants off when he got to the police station. I guess he was still thinking about that 71-year-old broad in the back seat.
Well, and one of the things
reliving his 20s.
what makes this kind of bad is that it was done in front of a 10-year-old boy. Saw them like through a window of a shopping center or something like that. Yeah, and that's
what?
Yeah, a 10-year-old boy was in a building
scarred
nearby.
He's done now.
And how bad is it to be this Tim Adams guy? He's 54 years old, and here he is with a mugshot out there for everybody to see. And everybody forever knows that he picked up a 71-year-old and started throwing her in the back of the
Oh, my God, look at that haggard old bitch.
She's 71.
And she's got a smile on her face. Look at the smile on her face.
She's smiling for her mugshot like, yeah, I got some dick.
Yeah, I still got it. Get up in that coochie.
Give him a gum job.
She's got a smile like, I got mine. He didn't get his, though.
Oh, here, I got a great clip.
All every woman really wants, be it mother, senator, none, is some serious deep dicking.
Some serious deep dicking. I can't help with that.
So you're going to pay me to quit smoking?
I don't know. Well, I'm not going to, but apparently somebody wants to at least introduce this. Last month, the president, of course, proposed cutting almost $72 billion from Medicaid, the program that provides health care for America's poor. Deep reductions are necessary, he says, to bring down the national debt, although our ranting friend had a couple other ideas over there, if you guys remember.
He sure did.
Simple people.
This is what's amazing. 33% of the Medicaid population smokes.
How many? 37?
33% of the Medicaid population smokes. That's true. It's a good point.
If
they don't die, we got to keep paying to keep them alive, right? Compared with 20% of the U.S. population, I can't. That's amazing that only 20% of the U.S. population now is considered smokers.
I don't buy that.
What do you mean? You don't think it's true?
That only 20% of the country smokes?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
Well, there's 6 people in this room and 4 people smoke.
Yeah, I mean, I got it. I mean,
yeah, but
You can't smoke anywhere.
Yeah, you really can't smoke anywhere anymore anyway. I should quit.
There's reasons why people have quit smoking. Obviously, the dangers coupled with smoking bans, steep tobacco taxes has cut the smoking rate in half for the overall U.S. population over the past 50 years. So that 20% coach represents a decline in half. So here's the thing. They want whoever is introducing this. They want to invest in preventive health care. And that's difficult if you live month to month. In other words, if you're not making a whole bunch of money. Again, like everybody in this room, except for Mr. Gerken. But the poor really can't afford cigarettes. Smoking is expensive. A pack-a-day smoker could save more than $2,000 per year if you quit.
It depends if you smoke the decades or the GPC.
Well, sure, but either way, it's $1,000 or $5,000 or whatever. You know what I mean? Smokers on Medicaid would receive a small payment. That's the thing that you really can't judge this because they don't say how much, but they say a small payment in return for quitting or getting counseling to quit. Participants would have to hold up their end of the bargain. In other words, you will be checked to see if you smoke or not.
If the nicotine is coursing through your veins.
Right. Tests can be easily conducted using breathalyzers to measure the carbon monoxide levels in your system.
Wow.
Makes you want to smoke, doesn't it?
I know. I'm going to fire one up right now.
When I was reading this, I was like, just the fact that it says carbon monoxide levels, if that doesn't
make you want to have one?
Make you want to quit smoking, then a couple of $1,000s probably isn't
I will actually
right?
have a pretty good number of how much I spent last year, 2010, for cigarettes tomorrow.
Why
so
is
I'm
that?
doing my taxes,
Oh, yeah,
because I did an extension. They're due next Friday. And I've been taking my little gas, my debit card, and it's like usually like $10 or something, like 2 packs or whatever. and I just been putting cigarettes on it so I can have a scale of how much I spent that year on cigarettes.
Now you're doing that for what reason?
Just to see how much I actually did spend on cigarettes.
Is it gonna make you think about quitting, or
I've always thought about quitting, but it's tough.
Yeah,
I mean, it is hard.
I'm a former smoker, and I understand.
We went on the road in Europe for like 3 months, almost 3 months, and I quit smoking. Didn't have one cigarette over there. I came here and started smoking a week later.
Yeah, he was
you guys
such a dick.
I was actually in good spirits.
I was kidding.
He couldn't believe I did it because you still smoked, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
You continued to smoke, and I quit and came home in 1 week. Boom.
And I still do.
Yeah.
Wow.
How much fun did you guys have in Europe?
A lot.
I don't know.
That you can remember?
I don't remember.
This guy almost died. Richie the tax man almost bit it.
What happened?
Alcohol poisoning.
No
Seriously?
shit.
Oh, seriously. Yeah. They left me in a hotel room with some cheese.
It was a bottle of water and a hot pocket.
Yeah,
We
a hot
said,
pocket.
we're going to Venice. We'll be back in a few hours.
Did you microwave the hot pocket first or not?
No. There was no microwave there either. It's all right. I didn't need it anyway.
Feel the love.
He slept the whole time. I mean,
I was miserable.
We tried to put as much water in
yeah.
as we could. He looked like a dead dog. I mean, it was horrible.
God. Fortunately, I had been to Venice once before, so.
What does that have to do
You
with
said I'll
almost-
catch it next time.
Yeah. Venice, I've been there, done that.
Venice.
Get me a T-shirt.
Well, it was. Was it grappa or what the hell?
Yeah,
were
it
we
was
drink-
grappa and Guinness.
Yeah.
Oh, what a horrible combination that
it
is.
was
Chocolate milk and grape syrup.
Oh yeah.
That's good times right there.
He couldn't even stand up. He didn't even know his name.
Hell, I was like what 19.
No, not when I was there with you.
20 maybe though. I wasn't old enough to drink here
Oh,
in
I
the
guess
States.
you know what? At that point, you
No,
probably were. Yeah.
No, at that point, I was.
I was
still
like
too young.
22, so he would have been 20 or 21.
Wow. Good times.
Unbelievable.
Almost died of alcohol poisoning. Good time.
We got video footage of it too. We should play it. You
Oh,
should hear him
absolutely.
talk. He's like,
Thanks for still living, Richie. We appreciate it.
And now it's like if I have a drink once a month, it's
a rarity.
Yeah.
Is it because of that?
No,
particular instance?
no. It's just now. It's like back then. It's like that's all there was to do.
Right.
I mean, now I just have way too much going on.
Yeah. Trying to be a tax man and whatnot.
He gets text all the time. You hear that?
All right, let's pause real quick and mention what's happening on Saturday again. We're going to be at Bobby's Place, 141 and Marshall Road, Saturday for the first Blues game. And by the way, real quickly, Barry Melrose, would you consider him a good hockey mind?
Yes.
He's been around the game forever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like his hair, but
Well, no. But he picked the St. Louis Blues as his surprise Stanley Cup contender. How about that?
That's good news.
Well, and he would know. I'm telling you, he is one of the best in the business. He would know.
He is. And he went on to say, I'm not saying that they're going to win the Stanley Cup. What I'm saying is I think they will surprise some people this year and get in the playoffs and make some noise in the playoffs.
Man, when you said playoff hockey, I just got a little, oh boy, playoff hockey's coming.
It's very exciting, isn't it?
I can't wait.
Well, it all starts on Saturday. We will be at Bobby's Place, 141 in Marshall Road in Valley Park. We'll do the show up on the stage from 6 until 7. We invite you to come down and be part of the show and don't stop believing. Please don't stop believing in your St. Louis Blues.
Please stop airing those commercials.
We will keep believing if you stop airing. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
So 6 to 7 in the game. We'll be done by the time the game starts. We're not going to step on the play-by-play of the game.
What I don't,
for
understand is why they use this song when it blatantly talks about the guy being from Detroit and using it for the St. Louis Blues. Give me a break.
Born and raised in
South
Detroit.
St. Louis.
Come on now.
Maybe they change it to South St. Louis.
That is a really good point. Everyone's singing it. Maybe they will stop playing it now.
Everybody who shouldn't be singing was singing.
Sopranos. That's the last time we should have heard that song.
Was that on there?
That was the final moments of the last episode of the series.
Hey, look, it's Thursday. Let's do a Who Knew Thursday.
Who knew?
Who knew? Did you know? I didn't know. The hell are you talking about? Who knew?
Really? What? Who knew? Did you know? I didn't know. What? Really? No way.
Really? I did not know that. Who knew? Who knew?
The first, mine's all sports, by the way. The first professional football team to sport an insignia on their helmets was
Kansas City.
The Los Angeles Rams in 1950.
I was going to guess the Dallas.
Oh, that's way
Texans.
too late, Kansas City, isn't it?
I don't know.
Kansas City didn't exist then.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Stupid ass
They had the
guess.
leather helmets. They had the leather helmets, and they hand painted yellow horns on their helmets.
J.D. Salinger is short for Jerome David.
Who knew?
Who knew?
In 1935, Jesse Owens broke 4 world records in 45 minutes.
Whoopi Goldberg's real name is Karen Elaine Johnson.
In the 1950s, I'd go with Whoopi too.
She knew, but
In the 1950s, the hula hoop was banned in Tokyo due to the large number of traffic accidents it caused.
Penis fight.
You're not supposed to do it while you drive, are you?
Yeah.
Penis fight is a mating activity performed by the flatworm. What you doing?
Now on tomorrow's show,
Mr. Flatworm? Penis fighting?
Just cockfighting. Yeah. 1957, Milwaukee Braves were the first baseball team to win the World Series after being relocated.
Fish have all the essential amino acids that humans need to survive.
A forfeited game in baseball is recorded as what score? Anybody?
6-0.
9-0.
9-0. Okay.
I guess they go with a run per inning.
Okay.
In a forfeited game in baseball. Anybody? 1-0.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh no.
Headquarters of Skype is in Luxembourg and France.
The hammer throw is illegal as a high school sport in all states except Rhode Island.
Oh, no.
Crazy Rhode Islanders.
Internet addictive disorder is recognized by doctors as a legitimate problem.
The Toronto Maple Leafs used to be called the Toronto Arenas, then the St. Patrick's, and finally the Toronto Maple Leafs.
The Great Wall of China is not visible from space.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Pro golfer Wayne Levy,
Yeah, I know.
or is it Levi?
Levy.
Levy was the first PGA pro to win a tournament using a colored orange ball. He did it at the Hawaii Open in 1982.
The only thing you can see from the moon is clouds, ocean, and desert.
In 1986, Danny Heap became the first player in World Series to be a designated hitter with the initials DH. Boy, that's really reaching for crap, isn't it?
The first Pancake Day was in 1445.
Pancake Day?
Yep. Who knew?
Max Baer once shouted... Max Baer once shouted out in the middle of a world title boxing fight, "Ma, he's killing me."
And I have Jeff is gayer than Brett Favre.
He's not. Although Brett Favre is not gay. He is football. He is quarterback.
He's an ass.
No,
Did you hear what he said?
About
He's one
what?
of the greatest quarterbacks of all time.
Yeah, well, he's also going off on who some consider to be the best quarterback in the NFL is Aaron Rodgers. Speaking about him, he said that he was just in the right time at the right place, and that he was surprised that Brett Favre was surprised that Aaron Rodgers hadn't won a Super Bowl sooner.
I completely disagree with that sort of
Yeah.
thinking, because you still got to throw the ball to the same person, with the same color jersey as you or the same fancy yellow pants.
There's no I in team.
You know what I mean, though?
Who knew?
Who knew?
You know what I'm saying,
Yeah,
though?
I
I mean,
hear
he's kind of being a douche about it, don't you think?
So Brett Favre's trying to tell me that Aaron Rodgers has been a starter for 3 years in Green Bay. And since he's only won one Super Bowl, he was in the right place at the right time.
Right. And he should have done
That is one of the dumbest statements I've ever heard.
I couldn't I couldn't
Ladies and
agree
gentlemen,
more with
it's
his-
Mr. Obvious.
Brett,
All right.
you are a moron.
Thank you. That makes me feel good.
Yeah. But
Isn't he
how many
coming out of
Super
retirement?
Bowl rings does Brett Favre have, though? So you got 2,
Couple?
3?
He has 2.
Two?
Yeah, 2.
So Aaron Rodgers is halfway there. What happens if Aaron Rodgers passes him up, besides Tom's head exploding?
And by the way, Brett Favre didn't win a Super Bowl in his first 3 years.
That's a good point. Neither did Troy Aikman, right?
Neither did Troy Aikman. Neither did a lot of guys.
And I guarantee you Sam Bradford's not going to in his first 3 years either.
No. He may not in his first 5.
At least.
Yeah, he's in some trouble.
Warner did. Yeah, there you go.
Here's an interesting question. When did the fans bail on this team? When are we going to start?
Which team? You're talking about the Rams?
The Rams.
Probably the next home game.
What do you mean bail?
You won't see it.
You won't see it on TV.
Yeah, the next home game.
It depends on who they're playing. Do you know who they're playing?
I do not.
Because
Off
if
the
it's
top of
somebody
my head.
big, it'll sell out because the visiting fans will come in and buy the tickets.
I
And
think
then
the next home game's Dallas, isn't it?
I don't know.
Is it?
I think it's
Green Bay is the next game.
Green Bay's on the road, isn't it?
Yep,
Yeah,
and then
Dallas
Dallas at
travel.
home.
They travel. Well, everyone's a Cowboy, or there's Cowboys fans in.
So you
every
think that
state.
one will be televised? Because they're not doing well either, are they? Are they?
No, they're
No,
not.
but
1 and
they
3?
still love the team.
They travel. They may travel just enough to sell it out, but I bet it'll be a nail biter.
As far as whether or not it's going to be televised?
It'll be close, yeah. You'll see it on TV Thursday. We're almost there. Fox 2 wants to show the game.
What do you think? Do you think they're going to be able to beat Dallas? Danny Amendola's out for the regular season.
No.
He may be available for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Their next home game is the Saints.
Those people from New Orleans do not travel.
Yeah, they travel to Green Bay, Dallas.
Not really.
Then they're in New Orleans.
well enough.
Then the New Orleans is here. Then they're at Arizona, at Cleveland, and then Seattle's here.
Oh,
you won't. They're not going to make it to Seattle.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. At this point, and you know what they were saying this morning on 101 was that somebody must have brought up, hey, keep losing so we get a number 1 draft pick. Of course, they're not going to try to lose.
No.
But I forget who it was. I don't know if it was Bernie or somebody else was saying how there are documented. Oh no, it was on Mike and Mike. There are documented cases of in basketball people just bagging the last couple weeks of the season to make sure that they get the number 1 draft choice.
Which is why the NBA.
How would that make you feel?
Well, the NBA went to a lottery system because of that.
Oh, so no matter what, it's a lottery.
Yeah, yep, it's a lottery
like 8
of
teams,
the bottom. I don't know, 8 to 10 teams, and it you come out of a hat or whatever, and that's why the NBA did it, because teams were tanking it so they could get the number 1 pick.
So really, nobody knows whether or not hockey teams or, I guess more likely, football teams do it then, huh?
Right.
No documented cases of it?
No. No documented, but that doesn't mean it hadn't happened a few times.
Right. Danny Amendola's out for the season, so do they go after Terrell Owens now that he says that he's healthy?
Man, I wouldn't take him on my football team if I was 0-4.
You wouldn't?
Oh, he'd start bitching the first game.
But wouldn't he sell tickets? Or is he too late for him to sell tickets?
He's at the ass end of his career.
Well, yeah, I know, but he's still Terrell Owens. I mean, he's still going to do something.
The Rams drop enough balls as it is.
You don't think he can do it anymore?
No hands, yeah. No, I wouldn't go after him for anything. I wouldn't put him on this team. That'd just be one more distraction.
I know that we bag on religion, organized religion all the time, and that is not what this particular story is about, although it's going to kind of sound like it. There is a school in Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska, where a sixth grade girl was told that she cannot wear a necklace with a cross on it to school because the rosary has become an identifying symbol for gangs.
What?
In other words, there's gang activity in the area and in the school, I'm assuming.
That's blasphemy.
Wow.
And
that's scary.
If you wear a necklace with a cross on it, then it's flashing gang signs and you're a gang member. And so this little girl was told that she cannot wear her little necklace with her cross that some aunt probably gave her for her baptism or something like that.
They're really tiptoeing the line there. That you're opening up yourself for some big problems there.
Absolutely.
She says, I'm wearing a cross necklace, a cross t-shirt, and a cross bracelet. I'm thinking of how Jesus died on the cross and how he gave up all his sins for us, says little Elizabeth Carey. Superintendent Steve Sexton says the issue is about safety, not about religion. Information from law enforcement documented instances of gang activity in the area. We had information that states that the rosary was being used as a symbol of gang affiliation. Now, I can appreciate what they're trying to do in the name of safety. I understand that. I get that. This may be a little bit of racial profiling or profiling of some sort, but if a little white female sixth grader wants to wear a freaking cross, you think maybe the cops are smart enough to know which ones are gang members and which ones are not gang members?
Well, maybe they're just worried about, like, if a rival gang saw it, that she might get hurt.
But why? I don't think they would even bother with her.
No, I wouldn't think so.
It could be a little black sixth grade girl, too, or a Hispanic sixth grade girl. What I'm saying is a little sixth grade female wearing a cross because she loves Jesus. Really, you're kind of going overboard here.
You are going overboard there. There's no question about it.
I don't even know what to say. That's just stupid. That's just dumb.
And I almost sound like a racist saying, "Oh, it's a little girl and maybe she's white and she's wearing a cross, so of course she's not in a gang." You know what I mean? It almost sounds bad to say that, but my whole point is, if you have a sixth grade or higher education, you can pretty much pick out a gang member, don't you think? Or someone who you might be leaning that lifestyle.
You would hope so.
You would probably at least be able to pick out the ones that aren't in gangs, I would think. Unless she has tattoos, right.
If I had to pick one out of this room, I would say Thom definitely looks like a gangster.
Absolutely.
Hey, what about me?
Coach, well, yeah, but you're kind of like the head gangster.
Yo, Coach,
I mean-
we got to roll, man.
Talking about the blind.
I got to
leading the
do a
blind.
drive-by.
Speaking of which, let's
Mine
all go
doing
to
the
the
drive-over. Shooting.
All right, man. Well, come with us because we're going to the club right now.
Let's do some clubbing. This has been a while.
We're going to the club?
Yeah,
We're going to the club.
No way!
Mr.
Yeah.
Gherkin's going to go to the club with us. Here we go. This is.
Oh, yeah. Isn't this place great?
Wow, look what they have done.
Hey, Coach.
Hey, man, I found some drugs.
You got to yell in my ear.
What? I can't hear a damn thing.
There we wow. We had to move away from the DJ booth just a little bit.
Wow, they really did the place up good, didn't they?
Yeah, this is. I like the new laminate floor because the carpet of the other one would just get so sticky all the time. Remember that?
Hey, who's
Crusty.
wearing the Dracar? Is that Coach?
That's Coach over there.
That dude has Z-count reaches on.
Let's go do some shots, everybody.
Lemon drop shots all
Lemon
around.
drops. Hey, Coach! Coach, that's not a girl. That's Kevin Steinfeld. Get away from him.
Sorry, sir. Didn't mean to grab your boobs.
Hey, Coach. Coach, that ain't a soap dispenser, pal. Stay away from that. Way up. Holy, Steiny looks good, doesn't he?
Yeah,
I haven't seen
hey,
him in a
Steiny,
while.
where the hell you been, bro?
I've been jamming, fool.
I hate
This
to say
bitch
this.
has hairy arms. Who am I dancing with?
I never
That's
thought
not her arms, Coach.
I can't hear.
That's not her arms, Coach.
I never thought I'd see Steincross in an Affliction t-shirt, but it worked. I mean, it kind of works for him, don't you think?
Hey,
We got to come here every Thursday, man.
this place is awesome, man. But next time, Scotty Boom Boom's gonna drive because he's got the new tricked out Scion.
Oh yeah, the Scion. Hey, we'll all chip in some money. Don't worry, bro. I love your landing lights on that sucker too. That thing is a chick magnet, bro.
Hey, you guys want to go to Denny's when they close?
I think they're closed, Coach.
I think they just kicked us out.
Holy cow!
It's fun to go to the
That
club,
must have
isn't
been
it?
a long time coming for that. Holy
The
cow!
hottest chicks I've ever seen, man. Awesome.
This chick's got hairy arms. Oh my goodness! I guess we're done, huh?
Yeah.
Where are we at here? Yeah. Okay. So what's today? Thursday. 2 days away from the Blues opening their first game. It is the home opener as well. Whether you're going to the game, if you're going to the game, come by afterwards. Or come by before, from 6 to 7, we'll be doing this stupid, foolish shenanigans on stage at Bobby's Place in Valley Park, 141 and Marshall Road. They have great drink specials all night long, and they have great food. So hopefully we'll see you there on Saturday. Our first chance to for you guys to meet Coach. To meet Kara the lesbian, Chelsea the intern from the old radio show is going to be here. Scotty Boom Boom, Richie the tax man will be there.
Am I going to be there?
We're going to meet about that.
Okay.
So we'll let you know.
Let me know, will you?
We're right on the fence on that. We're
Thank
not
you.
really sure. First chance to get the stickers too, the Thom and Jeff stickers, courtesy of T. Cal's Graph Picks and John Pacey out there. Thank you very
Thanks, John.
very much to him. And so we'll see you on Saturday, and we have today and tomorrow to walk into Bobby's Place, mention Thom and Jeff, and get yourself a free beer.
We'll try to do it again tomorrow. Big hugs.
See you guys.
That's a wrap.